Along with the grit, I have some oyster shells I'm just going to throw it out as well with them. Ooh, they're liking that. Just put out a bowl of just oyster shell. Especially since they're laying eggs. Want to make sure they're getting plenty of calcium. So, look. The grit just doesn't have enough, I don't think. So, good thing I threw that out for them. As you can see, they're really getting after the oyster shells out here. The hens especially seem to be needing it. The Versalaga Gray just doesn't seem to have enough, I think, for what they want. So I'm gonna just keep this bowl topped off for them. Yep, they're really liking it. Red Bull, that's really cool to hear. Are they your first breeding pairs, or you've been in it for a minute? 'Tis the season for breeding. Jamal, how are you? So it's looking like the pigeons were really wanting some oyster shells. I'm glad I went and had that. I actually had it. I bought a bunch a couple weeks back, and this is fresh. Still in the bag. Well, we've had, so our first eggs that were laid that I was really looking forward to actually turned out to be not fertile. Because I went around and did a fertility check today and all but those ones were fertile. So we just got 2 eggs over here. So I'll be moving eggs under him any day now. These nests they made are beautiful though. Look at that nest. Pine needles really make the best nests, I think. They can form them to whatever the bowl. Look at these guys really overdid it. They took all the pine needles, it looks like. It's overfull. It's overflowing. We're on our eggs here. So let's go set you up in the other area now that I'm ready to feed them. Come along. So the eggs that were in this corner here, sad to report, weren't fertile. These ones are though. That's cool. All right, guys, let's set you down, get a good angle. I'm gonna go grab their food now. Come here. Doesn't mean come in when we can talk. Biff Gaming, hello, how are you, sir? So I went around and gave some oyster shells out. I was worried. I have a couple hens that should have laid by now, so they're having a hard time. I don't think the grit had enough in there, so threw some oyster shells out. It's also good for the hens who have laid. They can replenish the calcium. So this little hen here, this one right here, just hopped up. She bred me a first place prize winner at a 260 miles in a Utah race, but sadly lost that bird in the final. I would have been really excited to have that bird back. That was my first place. I've had equal firsts. Here's Easy Breezy right in front of the camera here. This guy here. He was an 8th place prize winner at a one Loft race. All right, sorry about that. We can grab some things. We're gonna move some eggs right now. And so I went and grabbed, it's kind of a gamble, but I'm waiting on these show eggs. They should show they're fertile either today or tomorrow. But I'm gonna float those to right here. So again, there was wood eggs there, and I just moved the pair of eggs from someone else to them, to right there. So they'll raise them as if they're their own. So I better move. I want them to hop back on it. There we go. So once I leave, that one right there will run back there, hop on the nest. You guys, I got tons of long form videos on the channel. Make sure to go subscribe over there and check it out. So, right. I do like to listen to this buddy. He does do a lot better than me at the races. He's hitting the bigger prizes now, so I'm gonna start kind of listening to what he says. So this hen here, she's a hen I'm kind of worried about. She hasn't laid her egg yet. She's been really trying, it seems like, too. They built a really nice nest over here. I'll show it again. She looks like she wants to lay, though. They built this really nice nest here. And they've been lovebirding and all that, and still just nothing. All week they've been in here doing their business and still nothing. She's a little older of a hen. Looks like my dog's got the zoomies. Let's watch him for a sec. I know it's a pigeon channel, but I always like to watch dogs do the zoomies. Let's see if he runs back this way. Con, how are you? Here he comes. Whoa. He's a young man running this, trying to get attention. Oh. Probably coming back this way. Maybe they caught him. They must have caught him. All right. So, and as you see, for anyone who's been around, the hen jumped back on those eggs. So, if those are fertile, those be raised by her. Let me know in the comments below who's got their birds paired up, or who's waiting. I know some people just wait a little longer. Maybe the area is a little colder. So I took this checkered cock. I took his eggs, and so he's back on the prowl, trying to get more. This is what I do. I kind of just spend most of my time observing the birds. So while I feed and after I feed, I just kind of spend some time with them and watch them. If I have the time, but I really like to at least spend an hour with them a day. Just thinking about this bird, and it's like she came over to me. Her molt's doing really good. She's a bird that was sent back. So she competed in Utah, the futurity races. She didn't do well, but she's one of the only that came. She is the only one that came back. Her feather quality when she came back was real bad. She was lost from the loft a couple weeks where she was, and so I think just her coming back, she had terrible feather quality. But since she's been back, I was pulling one feather a week, and she's starting to look really good. Let's see if she'll let me get close to her. Nope, she bounced. This bird's maturing real nice as well. Oh, catch it. I don't want nothing to do with me right now. Alright, I grabbed that bird I was talking about. Nice broad feathers and a wing. So I think if she wasn't in another loft, sometimes I think they find other lofts and fanciers don't recognize there's a different bird in their loft until it's too late. Nicely balanced bird. This is a child of shadow. They're a little longer casted bird than usually that I breed, so a little different of a strain. Longer neck too with this strain. Pencil check. So he's got his last 2 flights coming in. If they come in for the show in time for the show, I think I might take this bird down to the show. Like the shape of the wing kind of cups down. When she came back also I pulled all of her tail feathers. And I know it sounds mean, but it just helps them, it releases like I think something to help them, like antibodies or something I think I saw an old timer say. So that plus just the feathers come back real nice. So they were all frayed and nasty looking, and now they're starting to look pretty. Yeah, they're all starting to look really pretty. So we have that one coming in. Let me count them. There's a 10th one coming in right now. So if the show's in like 3 weeks, I I'm not sure how long it takes them to fully grow back in, but hopefully it does in 3 weeks. This bird's dead. I really think there's something to that bird. Shadow hardly feel, you just barely feel him in the hand. Very buoyant, smooth feathers. Did good on a 300 mile, or it's off. This one's full sibling last year did really well at a 300. It's more medium. So this is Shadow and 161 again. Yep, Forest Dragon Pigeon. Okay. So I'm just, these two hens right here, they should have laid any day now. They should have by now, but so I hope with the calcium bowls of the oyster shells, I'm hoping that helps. These ones love to show off for the camera. Let's see if they do. She says, all right. He says, all right. Got some lovebird action. Here we go. These ones are show-offs for the camera. There you go. Hit the like button for them. They show off every time. Second time. There we go. That was better. He's happier with that go around. Every time we're live, they do that. That's why I'm just so surprised there's still no egg. And you got the ones below them, lovebirding up. Well, there's some other languages up on here. I don't know how to translate it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a half-wit. I don't really know how to do translate. But I see you guys. Appreciate you guys stopping in. This section of the loft, everyone's pretty calm in here. They're all on eggs, and they're all getting ready to lay the eggs. So we got foster eggs here, foster eggs here. She's on her own round. This is a science experiment. She has a violet eye, and they say violet eyes could breed good pigeons, so we're gonna try that out. So this pair right here in front, let's see if we can. So these ones right here, I've moved their eggs as well. So this is a half sister to Calamity Jane right here. And then the son to Calamity Jane. So I moved their eggs over too. I'm curious to see how those do. Yes, they are very cute. They're playing home right now. Or house, I guess you would say as a kid. They're playing house, so they're all just in their nests. So this blue bar here, he competed at the Apple Cup. This is his dad down here. And they're on Calamity Jane's eggs with Shadow. Then we're just hanging out. These guys are getting ready to lay their second batch of eggs. Very nice nest. So this morning I went and grabbed 2 big old piles of pine needles. So as you saw in the short I released earlier, one there and there's one here. They've been working that. I probably total ball python, maybe 45. Probably have a couple pairs I need to sell. I'm trying to, just want to get the numbers down so when the birds come back from the races, I'm still not over the numbers. Maybe it's shift change. Let's see, the cock comes out, let's see if the hen jumps in. Hopefully she climbs in and covers them up. There she goes, she's a good mama. Very good mamas. Olga, no sir, these are racing pigeons, no tumblers. Racing pigeons and then 2 pairs of Showtime racers. Or Showtime, show type racers. So these are just for shows. So they don't fly, they're just for showing. But mostly racing going on here, man. So he came off the nest just to bully. Let's see if he goes back up. Oh, they are, how do you race a pigeon? We just take advantage of what they like to do, is fly. And they can fly many miles on the day. And so you just start training them. You breed the babies, then you train the babies, and then you can go from there. Fly them out to 500 miles. Thanks, Olgan, 420. You got tumblers? Ball python, do you, by the name, do you have ball pythons or do you breed them? I see that's a big thing on YouTube is the ball python industry. But yeah, Olgun, if you're in here still, curious if you have racers or tumblers. Questions for the 2 of yous. Let's see if we get a little lovebird action here. So you have other exotics. Exotics, reptiles or birds. Wait, I'd like to get some chameleons one day or some more tortoises. What other exotics do you have? And oh, you got tumblers over there in Turkey. They don't have racers? Yeah, Billy Bob. I'm hoping any minute. Reptiles, that's cool. I liked reptiles. They're, yeah, that'd be cool. I think the pigeons are a little easier to take care of. Reptiles, you gotta have some heat. Let's see if they do a little lovebird action. If we get any lovebird action, let's hit the like for them. Maybe even throw them a super chat. Who knows? Let's see what we can get. My dog's upset about something. All right, bud. Thank you for the gift. Thank you so much. How many pigeons? About 40? 45. Thank you, Ballplay. Let's see. Let's turn up the heat for him, huh? She's playing a little hard to get. That's all right. Let's see. All right, Chuck. Oops, some others are getting a little jealous. Yeah, I love sitting and watching them. So that's why I thought it's really easy to turn the live on for everyone. And as I stand here, I'll just turn. Here we go. Oh, we got a jealous one. Go see what he's barking at. I'm gonna put you real close and personal with him. Let me know what you guys see. I gotta go check. Hey, bud. What's up? No, played hard to get, I guess. And I didn't accomplish keeping him quiet. Back at it. Let's see. So this guy's just gonna cock block, as we would say. A little cock blocking. A lot of these racers now are my strain that I'm working on. So it started with nothing famous, nothing at all famous. Here we go, come on. They were just pigeons. I found one I really liked from a flyer in Bakersfield. There we go. There we go. He's got to fight and do it. Come on, buddy. Definitely some cock blocking there. Up. But back to what breed they are. They are I got a bird from a flyer I really liked and put him into some stuff, and then a no Bangkok that a flyer gave me, and he's been breeding me good birds. But there's nothing famous in here. I don't have money for famous stuff. They're gonna polish this bowl off today. I'll have to refill it tomorrow. $400 pigeons? All racers? You're like 100 times more than me, right? Why do you have so many, if you don't mind me asking? All racers. Are you someone that has like the 100-bird race team? That's cool, if so. Be hard to afford all that, I think, for me. I'd feel guilty a little bit. You're mad in the head, yeah? Pigeon crazy, huh? Limit per team. Some clubs set limits, but nowadays it's mostly kind of a free-for-all. Not free-for-all, but an unlimited number. If you can pay for them, you can fly them. It might be different where I mean, if he's got 400, he probably, there's no limit. Am I right, Billy Bob? Is there a limit for the race teams? But you could have maybe A race, B race, and set limit per race, per flyer. Some places I think I'll also just let you clock your first bird. So everywhere's a little different. Wow, right on, good for you. Leslie Watson, that's cool, 1979. I wasn't even born yet. That's cool, no limit. Yeah, imagine if you can pay, you can play. Let's see what these ones are doing over here. Let me ask you, out of those, say say you have 100 youngsters, for our young bird team. How many are good? Like 1 out of 100, 10 out of 100? What are the odds? They all can't be superb. Is it a different sport there too? Just, I think, a little more money involved with club racing? I don't know. Just curious on why the number. It's a big number. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, because if I send 50 out, I'm lucky to get one good one, and then a couple just that come home from the races. I mostly send to One Loft Racing, and so it's a different game. I like them to a finish, but you lose a lot too. Jesus. Chuck boy, hey. Chill, bro. Hey, bud, be chill. So say you're young after your young bird season, do they all, so you keep any for breeders, or they all make it, they move over to the old bird team? Wow, that's cool. 30,000? 3,000 or 30,000? Yeah, 30,000. That's a number, man. Boys, boys, boys. Yeah, I've heard that. I got him in my 20s, though. Late 20s. I'm only in my 30s. Is which one the leader? Harple? Okay. Interesting. And do you prefer the old bird racing, Billy Bob? All right, let's go check the stables before the sun goes down. No, she's just a pie right there. She's not the leader. She probably just wants away from the cock. Okay, roundabout. That's cool. I prefer breeding the birds. Training and racing is hell. It's real hard. You got to have a knack for it. And my location isn't the best. I hope I get to a better location so I can get back into club racing. I'm the only guy up here on the mountain, so I'm just competing against myself. It's a far drive to the club. So the one loft racing really, I like better. So I try to put most of the energy into the breeding. And this is another hen in here. I'm waiting on her second egg. Let's see if she's dropped it yet. Still no egg. So her first egg I'm not the happiest with. That would be a 2. It's filthy. Thank you. Yeah, I love the airflow in this. That was my main thing. So I have an equal amount of airflow and sun coming in. So it's all the way around the airflow like this. So these are my stables, and so my best breeding cocks in here with 161. I just moved their eggs today. I don't know if I can set you here. Probably not. The only bad thing about this one is just terrible for filming in. So I moved my best breeding cocksades over to here. These two birds are fresh pairings. I've never bred these birds. They were, I'm sorry, I haven't bred the hen. I bred the cock last year to my best hen, and I kept one youngster off of them. But this is a complete new pairing with, not my strain, we'll say. These actually, I mean, I used the tobacco stalks years and years ago, and then I started using pine needles. So those are pine needles in the bowls, and they are the best thing, I think. Tobacco stalks are cool. They're pricey. Whereas this is in my backyard. And they like them. And it gives them something to do. What I also like is throwing eucalyptus little twigs in. So I have a eucalyptus tree, and I threw some of their branches on the ground, and they've slowly added them to the nest. All right, I want to change water in here. I'm gonna set you in the other area while I do this. This loft is not good for filming. So Billy Bob, this is mine. Loft, yours is probably way bigger if you got 400. Yeah, eucalyptus is natural respiratory is what I was thinking. So they're not sick, but I thought it would be cool for them just to have it in there. And so I have a huge silver dollar eucalyptus tree. And I went over there, cut a bunch of the smaller twigs and threw them in there, and they like it. I imagine they like to like pick up things and fly them up to the nest. It gives them a little workout. It's like a little weight. They just seem so happy too when they are moving the pine needles. Thank you, Billy Bob. Yeah, I'm always pondering here. Whether it works or not, I don't know. I just thought it's freshening and it smells good. That's what I like, it just smells good. But maybe it even keeps bugs away, I don't know. But I just thought, yeah, respiratory and it just freshness. It smells real nice. Look at the guy strutting around here. Doom, doom, doom. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. All right, you guys watch these guys. I'll be right back. This guy right here, ball python, polka dot guy, on the chest and the head. He's a big man. Maybe a little lovebird action. We see any lovebird action? Let's hit the like button. Oops, she's made harder to get. Let's see if she can call him up there. On. They're inside a loft, so they have their own area. She wants his attention. He's not giving it to her. It's usually the other way around. Here we go. Remember, hit the like button if they do a little lovebird action. Here we go. Also throw them a super chat if they do. Here we go. Let's see. They have their own pigeon feed, silly kitty. There we go. Oh, cock blocker. His uncle. There we go. There's birds. One with 1 foot. One with 1 foot. Oh no, he has a hurt foot, but he has 2 feet. Here we go. He was injured by a hawk and flew home, so he gets to just hang out in here, Mr. The one with the hurt leg, I guess. It's just damaged permanently. He has so much heart, he can live here forever. He looks like a walrus. There ain't nothing, bro. Come on. You want to see the dog? We have new neighbors he's not used to. Chuck. Someone would like to see your noisy self. Sit. Oh, him's a good boy. There you go, bro. The old Chuck boy, huh? Yeah. Yeah, he's a good-looking dog. He's probably the most pain-in-the-ass dog I've ever had. Oh, that's Mocha. He is too much for me. He's got a little too much pit bull in him. He's got too much energy. I like Mastiffs. I usually have Mastiffs. And so he's a Great Dane pit bull mix, I was told. And oh, look at it. This old lady's gonna get him though. This is my old lady, Mocha. That's cool. Yeah, the English. I had the South African Baubles. I've had 2 of those. They've passed away. Um, but Chuck's a good dog. He's just a little too much for me. He even at a young age, he jumped up, broke his leg. He can jump a 5-foot fence. He is just a lot. I've never had a dog like him. Like I said, the Mastiffs, they're a little more mellow, especially the South African Mastiffs. But this, like here, I walked away. It looks like he's got the zoomies. Oh yeah, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I'd like the South African Mastiff, a lot mellower. There's as much energy as you want to be, and so I'm a little more mellow of a guy. I'm not into hiking and runnings. I like the lounging like a Mastiff. Yeah, they could be handfuls, but we still love them for some reason. All right, I want to get this light turned off. I don't like that messing with the real light. Run the sun down. That's probably going to be the end of the live. We just kicked the light off. It changes the whole look of it. Can hardly see them. I'd like to thank everyone for stopping in. Make sure to subscribe and go check the merch out. And keep breeding your pigeons, folks. Have a good night.